Welcome back to our Thanksgiving series. Episode 3, we're bringing you gravy and cranberry sauce. So here's the deal, everybody. You could have mashed potatoes and your Brussels sprouts and your stuffing and all of your sides. This is great, but the two items that you have to nail every single year is your gravy and your cranberry sauce. Those are the stars of the entire meal. Everybody covers their plate in gravy, so it has to be perfect. Our gravy today is going to be made with caramelized onions that are deep brown and luxurious. We have fennel seed ground in our mortar and pestle. We have farro, which is lightly toasted. All of that gets pureed into a velvety, rich, delicious gravy. And then to counterbalance all of that, we have cranberry sauce, which has orange juice, orange zest, cinnamon, and ginger to bring a pop of like a very floral note. So we have the best of both worlds. Velvety, creamy, delicious, and a little bit of tart, sweet, aromatic cranberry sauce to just tie it all together. So let's go.
Slice 2 to 4 tablespoons of garlic thinly. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to puree the gravy anyways. Add that to 2 to 4 tablespoons of hot olive oil, cooking until golden brown. It's time to grind a fennel seed. 1 teaspoon of fennel is going to be ground in your mortar and pestle. It's time to put it into work. We're then going to add the fennel to our hot oil and our toasted garlic. This is going to help release the oils and the aromas of the fennel. Add half a cup of flour to the oil. Basically, we're creating a roux here, so continue to stir the flour, coating it with all the oil, lightly toasting the roux, making it just have that hint of nuttiness to it. Start whisking 3.5 cups of veg stock into the roux. We want to continually whisk in the stock over this entire process because we do not want lumpy gravy, people. Continuing to whisk, we're going to add our 1/4 cup of soy sauce, bringing that deep, dark, rich umami. Continue to whisk. Next, we're adding a 1/4 cup of caramelized onions. We made those in our staples video, making life just a little bit easier on you today. We're going to top that off with 1 bay leaf, 3 or 4 thymes of sprigs, really adding our perfume and aromatics to the stock. Next, we're going to mix all that together and we're going to turn the pan down to low, allowing the sauce to thicken and cook gently. Pour the gravy into your high-speed blender. It's time to make that velvety, smooth, delicious gravy. We're going to turn it on high and we're going to run it just long enough to annoy you and everybody else in the kitchen. After it's pureed perfectly, we're going to pour it into a clean pot, unlike what I've done here. We're going to add a half a cup of our cooked farro, also from the staples video, and we're going to add 2 to 4 tablespoons of finely chopped parsley. This is going to bring that really fresh little bit of aromatics into the gravy to brighten it up. This is also the perfect time to adjust your seasoning, salt, maybe a little fresh cracked black pepper, and of course adjusting the thickness. Maybe it needs a little oat milk, maybe it doesn't. Anyways, enjoy.
And then we have our cranberry sauce, which has orange zest, cinnamon, and ginger, which is kind of the secret fun ingredient where it's going to bring a beautiful floral note and a little bit of a bite to it. So we have our gravy full of luxury, creamy richness, and then we have our cranberry sauce, which just brings a little bit of tartness, floral notes, and it really brings a nice balance to the entire plate. Let's go!
We have 1 full bag of cranberries, fresh of course. 1/3 cup organic cane sugar. It's all about getting that sweetness just right. Now we have 2 tablespoons maple syrup, and we have 3/4 cup of water. Next, we need our favorite wooden spoon to start stirring and dispersing and dissolving the sugar. This is really going to have a beautiful balance of tart and sweet. Okay, now it's time to use my favorite kitchen tool, the microplane grater. We're going to zest 1 entire orange. Make sure you get it all. Next, we're going to cut the orange in half. We're going to juice the orange. We want to get all of the juice because we're going to start layering our levels of sweetness. We have the sugar, the maple, and now the orange juice. And dang, man, I'm being a little aggressive with getting all the juice out of that orange. Maybe not so aggressive next time. We're back on that microplane grater. Go ahead and grate 2 tablespoons of fresh ginger. Make sure you scrape underneath the microplane grater to get all of the orange zest zest and ginger off. Add that stick of cinnamon to bring that beautiful cinnamon floral note that's going to pair beautifully with the grated ginger, the orange zest, the oranges. It's all going to cook to a perfect balance of tartness from the cranberries that burst in your mouth and then the sweetness that envelops the entire bite, only making you want to dip back into that cranberry sauce again.
Okay, you know what? We put into work. We busted out gravy. We busted out the cranberry sauce. Now we have to taste it, and maybe a little bit of real talk here right now. So we're going to start with the gravy because it's rich and creamy and full of umami flavors. And then we're going to try the cranberry because we know it's a little tart, sweet, but very bright. So let's start with the gravy. It smells wonderful. It's thick. It's creamy with a little bit of the farro chunks in there. It smells with just a hint of thyme. Gotta be kidding me, man. So good. The sweetness from the onion really balances out some of that richness. And then we have a little bit of that thyme perfuming the entire gravy. For me, it's about mashed potatoes, stuffing, and gravy. I'm really not a huge fan of the cranberry sauce. However, today I made a cranberry sauce. I make it almost every year because Carson, Julie, and everybody else really enjoys it. I actually could care less until today. This cranberry sauce has so much aroma. The ginger really is perfuming the entire cranberry sauce. It's amazing. So I'm actually going to dig in without any sides or anything happening. We're just going to go right in. I literally never loved cranberry sauce until right now. I mean, get out of here with that. It's amazing. The orange, the maple, the cinnamon, all of it. It's just really coming together in a way that I love. Like, I'm thinking about a sandwich with this after Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Stay tuned for the next episode and we're going to get it going. It is really good.